Hi, in this video we will build a custom neon sign builder from scratch, and let's start with uploading a base image. Let's say a picture of a wall which we could use as a background for our sign. And now let's create the first custom option. I am creating an option for the text. I will be using an input field option type which will be displayed as a text area. In this option, a customer will be able to put down their text. So let's name the option. This text will be shown to the customers. And also, if you click on the right side to the edit button next to the corresponding choice, you will see a list of extended options for this choice. So for example, you can set the minimum and maximum length, and you also can set charge per character and make some additional changes. But so far, let's just save the custom option. The text will be put down here in this field, but as you can see now, it's not displayed on the preview. We will have to connect a custom layer a bit later, but now let's move on and create the next custom option, which will be the font size. I'm creating a font selector font size option type. And again, let's give the title to this option. And on the right side, you can set the minimum and maximum sizes, which will be available to the customer. Now let's save the option. And as you can see, you can either manually put down the necessary font size or change it with the help of the buttons next to the field. Another custom option will be the font. And again, I'm selecting the font selector, but this time we will display it as a font family option type. As you can see, the list of fonts is pretty long, and you can change it in the settings font manager section. Here's the list of all the fonts you have. So you can change the list of available fonts by moving some of the fonts from the right side to the left one. And now as you can see, the list of fonts is shorter. Another option that we will need for our sign builder is the color selector. So let's create the next custom option. And this time, I will be using a single choice option type and display this as color thumbnails. On the left side, you can either manually select a color which will be displayed to the customers, or put down the hex code if you have one. Now let's create as many choices as we need. You can also give them the titles. And let's save the custom option. So this is what we have so far, but now the text will not be displayed on the preview. And to avoid this, we will need to go to the layer section and create a custom layer. I will be using the simple text option type. Let's name the layer and set the default text, which will be displayed to the customers on the preview by default. Now let's go to the settings section. And as you can see, there is a list of different settings which you can apply to this layer. So we will need to connect our custom options with the font size, font selector, and the text input field to this particular layer. You can also change the alignment and apply some additional settings to this layer. So now I'm connecting the text source, which is our first custom option. And another important thing is setting the color. You can either set a stable single color for the inscription or go a bit further and connect the custom option. I will connect my color picker, but as you can see, the text is not displayed now. That's because we haven't selected anything in the first step. And now the text seems to be displayed correctly. Another setting here is Enable Glow Effect toggle button. If you switch it on, you can add some additional settings, including custom outlines or just making some adjustments as blur and so on. So now let's move the text, the layer on the preview, and save the product. So this is how it looks on the preview now. As you can see, the font is changing, the inscription is changing. I can make the necessary adjustments and everything seems to be working correctly. Another part concerns the font size because some people do not want to offer such an extended and flexible font size selector. They only have several sizes to choose from, and that's created in a way where you have only 3 different sizes available. I will create another custom option, which will have the text button single choice type. And here I put down the names of my available options, and in the value field, I put down the available sizes of the fonts. So when I did this, I need to get back to the layers section and change this option as the size source for this particular layer. And now if I save the product and get back to the preview, you will see that I am changing the size with the help of these 3 buttons. You can also change the order of the options that we created by enabling the reorder mode. And another important thing that we need to do is to make sure that some of the options are displayed on the product page by default. And to do this, we will need to go to the Settings, Default Choice section, and here select the options that you would like to be displayed by default and save the product again. This will let your customers have the text shown on the preview by default when they open the product page. And congratulations, we've just built our neon sign builder from scratch. If you have any other questions, please feel free to check out our other guides or contact us via support@buildingteam.io. Thank you for watching.